water's already changing.
Just like magic, Ashley Wolf is teaching kids how to test their own water. But it's not all fun and games.
It's color-coded, so that way they can see where their water is and where it comes on the scale.
These are skills they can use to protect their environment.
And it's kind of heartbreaking when you go to communities that are impacted by hydro, or they're impacted by all sorts of other resource extractions like mining, and you see the effect that's happening in their communities, and you see these kids that want to do something, but they don't know where to start.
Ashley Wolf, whose family comes from Peguis First Nation just north of Winnipeg and is finishing her major in Indigenous Studies, has been out on the land since she was a child. Now, she's the acting coordinator for Kiskinamakwin, a land-based education program at the University of Manitoba that puts the needs of vulnerable communities first.
When communities are going out and doing their own work because corporations don't want to go and do it, they have to take it into their own hands. So that's how I can start getting involved, and then that way kids can and communities can actually start doing the data themselves.
To combat the underrepresentation of Indigenous people in the sciences, Kiskinamakwin's goal is to start young and pique the curiosity of Indigenous children.
Through decolonizing education, we're able to get land-based learning and get kids out into the bush, get them out actually doing cultural teachings and incorporating science teachings along with it too, so that way our Indigenous youth can see that you don't need to be a scientist to be able to test your water. You don't need to have a degree to be able to see if your water's healthy. It's something that we're trying to make relatable for Indigenous youth, so that way we have more representation in the science programs, so that way we can bring that back to community.
Wolf says teaching the children about their local environments strengthens their ties to their land and identity.
I think it's a big thing that we're trying to instill in our own generation of kids is we want you to know where your food comes from. We want to know where you come from. We want you to know that it is okay to be yourself, and you are Indigenous, and that is an okay thing to be. You can be proud of that.
Sab Jonesa, APTN National News, Winnipeg.